No! Hey everybody, Luxinda Swirl here. New day, new tumbler project. So we have here 2 tumblers because that's what we're going to do today. We're going to do 2 different tumblers. We are going to work with some beautiful seamless pattern graphics that were gifted to me by a woman named Michelle Hoff. She has an Etsy store where she sells these beautiful patterns among many others and lots of other things as well. I will put the information here on the screen and I will also link to her store below. The one thing she mentioned for me to take a look at in her store were these seamless patterns, and I did that, and I picked 2 that I thought would be great to work with. One is called the Cracked Stained Glass and one is called Soap Bubbles. She also does custom orders, so if you decide you like something here or you want something slightly different, please contact her and see what she can do to help you out. So from her stained glass collection, I picked a couple things, and here's how I started this adventure. I took these 2 graphics and I printed them out on what is Koala holographic printable vinyl. And I love this. I absolutely love this. On the other hand, if you look at the pictures, say on the screen here, I'll put them up again of these 2, you will see they're far more colorful and vibrant looking. And that's because this particular printable vinyl, in order to give you the holographic background, it's a little darker than white. So we lose a bit of the color. In picking up the holo color, we lose a bit of the stained glass color. So what I decided to do instead is I got my favorite brand of printable vinyl, the Nito brand, and I printed it out. This is a white glossy printable vinyl, so all the colors from the stained glass came through. I did all this in Inkscape, which is a free graphic design program you can download on the internet. I'm not very good at it, and I'm also not very good at doing screen capture-y things while I move stuff around. I look kind of like I don't know what I'm doing. So rather than recording that, if you want to see me try and do a tutorial on how I made something like this in Inkscape, let me know in the comment section below. But in the meantime, I'm going to press on here because I have taken the stained glass background and I put a piece of artwork on it, and then I put a saying on it. So this whole thing is now one piece of printable vinyl. And what I'm going to do to try and get that extra holographic sheen to add to it is I'm taking this piece of laminate. So this just goes over the top of anything. People use this on sheets of stickers before they cut them out. And I am going to try to peel the backing off of this and press it onto this and have it all cover up the right spot and not get any wrinkles or bubbles. I mean, I'm terrified. You can probably imagine because I have not done this and I don't really want to waste a whole bunch of these prints. So I've been thinking about how best to do this, and I think I'm just going to try and do, I'm going to try and line everything up and take a little bit of the backing off and see if I can get this to work. Oh, by the way, I didn't say where I got this overlay from. It comes in a pack of a bunch of different holographic patterns and designs. And I will link to everything down below, and I'll try and put it up here on the screen while I'm doing all this fiddling. Now, can she do it? I've seen people do this. They do it in one sweeping motion, like with a big scraper, and it works perfectly, but that is not usually how my luck holds or my attempts at anything go. Okay, so it's on there. And now, this is the only scraper I have. So I'm gonna take this and try and do what I do when putting vinyl on a tumbler. We'll see how I do. Let's see if I can get you a better shot here. Yay, it worked. Oh my God. Do I sound as surprised as I feel? Because I am surprised. Such confidence, right? Yay. Okay, now I'm gonna cut the sides off and put it on the tumbler. I have sized this to hopefully fit as best as it can. It's gonna be a little too long this way, but I'm going to use the edge trimmer on that, so that'll be okay. These are seamless patterns. I do not think I did a great job because no matter how carefully I measure and how carefully I try and put in the exact measurements, whether it's my printer or the graphics program or the paper itself, I don't know. I rarely have seamless patterns work out perfectly, even when I measure meticulously, because I have tried many different things and I still end up with seams that either overlap or don't meet up quite right. This will not be a perfect seamless pattern, not because it's not. The pattern is seamless. I just probably won't get it to look like it's seamless. Warning you right now. So now I'm going to try this. It's pretty close. We'll see. Not going to be perfect, but I think I've told you that already. Oh, come on. Come out of there. Oh, no! Why didn't you guys tell me I was putting it on upside down? Oh my God. I cannot believe I did that. Yeah, actually I can. That's the kind of stuff I do all the time. Oh my God, that is so funny. Okay. Luckily, it pulled off beautifully. Didn't hurt the vinyl at all. Oh my God. Okay, we'll try this again. Wow, that was close. Hey, if I can find a way to make this more difficult, I will find it. And I just did. Start by putting it on upside down. Ta-da! Oh my God. That was a close one. Jeez Louise. Okay, so there's currently one washer in there. I am going to use this for the top. I start at the seam so that I know when I've been all the way around. I push the cup against the razor blade as I'm turning. You can turn it away from you. You can turn it towards you, whichever you feel more comfortable doing. And you're gonna cut a nice clean line all the way around, hopefully. That's the idea. Yay! Let's see what we can do here at the bottom. All right, look at that. Isn't that pretty? I'm such a pain. I actually really love that. I don't even feel the need to put pinstriping on it. We may come back to that, but I'm not gonna do it right this second. We're gonna move on to the second cup. Okay, so for this second tumbler, we're doing a water slide as the full wrap. And for this one, I'm using the soap bubbles. I picked this one, and the reason I picked it is because I liked how some of the colors here matched some of the colors in the bathtub art that I also wanted to use. And if you recall from some of my rice paper wrap videos, those are A4 size pieces of paper, the rice paper, and they fit really well on a 30 thick. So I have a 30 thick. I have A4 water slide paper. This is from Hippo, H-I-I-P-O-O. And again, I used Inkscape to take her seamless pattern, which you can probably tell the bubbles have been a little distorted. I took the bubbles and I squished them this way, and then I lengthened them a little that way. And that was my choice. That's deliberate on my part. You don't have to do that, obviously. That's just the look I was going for. So I took that, made it fit onto an A4 piece of water slide decal paper, put this graphic on there, put this text underneath, and printed the whole thing out on the water slide paper, and then I sealed it, plastic dip glossifier, 2 layers of gloss clear after that. We are good to go. So before I put it in water, I need to cut the edges off. Just the tiniest little hair off of the long edges. Okay, leave your troubles in the bubbles. I love bubble baths. How about you guys? You bubble bath fans? Now this cup, or this water slide, will not go from very top to very bottom. The A4 is long enough to go all the way around to 30 thick, but it's not wide enough to go top to bottom. Probably end up with pinstriping on this cup as well. Okay, push that off to the side. Trick I learned from Ray over at Ray's Turquoise Turtle is once you take the backing off, the slimy side that was just against the water slide is now going to help you. If you need to put this down at any point while you're manipulating the water slide, you can put it on this and it won't, the water slide won't stick to this. So that's good. Because if I put it down on, say, here, it would probably start sticking. All right, so I have to decide how much top and bottom space I want. And that looks pretty good. Come back here and make sure all my edges line up. Again, not a perfectly seamless pattern because I, for whatever reason, didn't get it perfect. I've gotten it close a couple times with water slides, but there's definitely an art to it. Okay, now I see lots of bubbles. I was kind of sloppy in putting that on. We are just going to start working them out. You take your squeegee and get it wet so it doesn't drag across the art and possibly tear it. And then we start pushing all the bubbles and the water down to the edges, up to the edges, and towards the seam. All right. Yay. I absolutely love these seamless patterns. This was a fun one to do. Thank you to Michelle. And I am going to leave this to dry thoroughly. It will tighten up and really grab onto the tumbler, so it'll be good for putting a layer of epoxy resin on next time we come back and take a look at these. Hey, we're back. Okay, so I put resin on both of these. I used the Lightning Cure, the really fast set from the epoxy resin store. I think these look fantastic. I'm so pleased with how they look so far. I was going to call this a cup. I don't think it needs pinstriping, but there are some ruffles along the bottom. And I do see an errant bubble and a ruffle along the top that got away from me. That's okay. So for pinstriping up there, I'm going to do chrome. For pinstriping on this one, I'm going to start with this gorgeous white opal from Tech Wrap Craft and probably put a color second layer pinstripe inside of that. I've decided to use chrome here on this one because it sort of goes with the metal-y look of the stainless at the top and the bottom. And allows me to hide a couple of flaws. This is 0.15 inches in width. This particular pinstripe that I'm using top and bottom on this cup. I cut these on my Cricut. That one's done. It needs resin, but it's done. Now this one is getting pretty opals, and I think, I can't quite decide. Do I want to go with the bigger and then, yeah, I think I do. I think I do. We'll try it. If I don't like it, I can always take it off, right? So this is a 1/4 inch, 0.25 inches by 11.5 inches long to make sure it goes all the way around to 30 thick. So now I need my second layer stripe. I was thinking about making it, more dramatic, like a dark blue or a bright pink, but I like this really light gold, champagne gold, whatever you want to call it. Let's see how this looks. Again, I can take it off if I don't like it. So this was a 3mm width for the second layer. Leave your troubles in the bubbles. Oh, I love this. I love it. I love it. I love both of them. I think they're gorgeous. Okay, so what happens now is I will, because of the vinyl striping I just put on, don't want to have any trouble with it when I put epoxy resin over both cups. So I will start by putting some CCDIY's Quick Coat, their urethane sealer, around the top and the bottom rims on both tumblers. That will seal the pinstriping we just did on, and then I will put epoxy resin over the whole thing. I will mix in 504 from Mr. Nola's Glitter. I don't think this one needs it, to be totally honest with you, but I'm gonna do it anyway because there are some flaws. It helps to distract a little from the flaws, and it will brighten this one up even more with some sparkle. Stay tuned.